Hello, everybody. We are going to be running a test on MacBook Air 2025, Wi-Fi test specifically. I'm having some issues downloading large files, for example, 17 gigs, and it's happening randomly. During high load, there's definitely an issue with some interference or something. So normal usage, I don't see any problems, but when you download large files, I do see a problem. I'm going to ping the gateway on this in this window, and I'm going to be running some performance tests, iPerf3, to a server that's on my local area network, and you will see that there is no issue initially, but after a while, when the file gets downloaded to the hard drive, there is an issue where dropping massive packets and Wi-Fi is broken, and I will have to reset the Wi-Fi if that happens. Otherwise, it's just going to be dropping pings. So I'm going to be pinging here. Well, let's do a speed test first, see how fast the connection is. I'm at 6 gigahertz, 160 megahertz, and I'm getting about 1 gigabit per second. I do have 1.25 gigabit per second internet. So this is the limitation of the Wi-Fi at the moment. I'm about 4 feet away from my access point. I'm using Wi-Fi 7 TP-Link BE9700 router, which is relatively new, latest firmware. All right, so let's do some pings. Ping is working fine, just normal ping. Definitely not a lot of usage right now on the NIC, and I'm going to be pushing some data right now. About a gigabit of throughput on 6 gigahertz. This is the signal strength. And let's see if I can crash this. You see, there's no issue right now, but after a while, if you just run this test for 15-20 minutes, definitely it's going to break the Wi-Fi, but we want to do something quicker, so we're not going to wait. We're going to download this file and see when it crashes. Here we go. Here we're starting the download. Oh, it already crashed. Using 2.4 gigahertz, 20 megahertz width channel, I'm not able to replicate the issue. After some intense troubleshooting, I was able to pinpoint the problem to a TCP driver desync issue with the kernel. Basically, the Wi-Fi driver crashes. I created a couple of scripts, so I'm going to launch these. This script, the first one, is going to be just monitoring the kernel and the TCP stack and just going to log when it crashes. And then the second script is going to launch a bunch of utilities in a separate window with 10 panes, and you'll see. So let's start this. There's an easy fix for this. You have to bypass the TCP stack. For macOS Tahoe 26.2. So basically right now this script does a ping, checks my Wi-Fi strength right here. Checks the thermals. The thermal shows 100%, but that means that the CPU is capable of running at 100%. It doesn't mean that it's, thermals are at 100. Actually, the thermals are not that bad. I'm gonna start downloading again. I'll just show you that it's gonna catch the download and it's gonna crash the stack. I'll just crash the stack. Now it's gonna generate a file. Stall detected. Radio is up, but TCP is failing. So yeah, so now this is, we can kill this, and this is going to generate a file. I'm going to stop the video for now because this is going to take 10 minutes to generate. But as you can see, we can still upload, but we won't be able to download in reverse direction here. I will do -R for download, and you will see that this is not going to work. This download already timed out, and this is not working where we can't send any data. Pings are dropping. Going to kill the script, Control-C. It's going to kill all of it. Yeah, I'll pause the video for now, and I'll show you that with VPN it works. All right, so the diagnostic file got generated. It's going to show up under your desktop under Apple support log. So yeah, it's going to generate a system diagnostics file. As you can see, I've been testing this for a while, and I'm able to replicate all these issues. So you can give this file to Apple support and tell them to fix the kernel and the driver. So but yeah, we'll see. So let me show you that this works with VPN. So I'm going to close this window, launch the same test again with VPN enabled. Basically what it does, it bypasses the stack, the TCP stack. Okay, so I'm going to connect here. We're connected. We're going to launch the TCP crash logger, and we're gonna launch the same stress test again and relaunch the download. Okay, so basically, yeah, I'm sending a bunch of data. As you can see, 1.3 gigabit per second. And yeah, nothing's gonna break now. So we got a stable connection. Everything looks good. Still connected via VPN. As you can see, VPN TCP stack handles this load, no problem. So it's not the hardware. We're not crashing. It's the TCP stack and the kernel. Because when you run VPN, the VPN takes over the TCP stack and everything is going through the VPN. Basically, VPN takes all the load. But you can still, upload locally because it's a split tunnel. Local stuff is accessible. And that also depends how you configure the VPN. But I'm using Bitdefender VPN, and this just proves that it fixes the issue. We can wait here to download, but it's going to take like 42 minutes. But there is no crash. There's no TCP faults. There's no kernel issues since we're on VPN. Yeah, that's one way to fix it. The other way to fix it is to use a hardwired connection or use any other VPN, I guess. But yeah, or wait until Apple fixes the Tahoe 26.2. Credit to Gemini from Google, which helped me create all these scripts, and I will post them in the description below. As you can see, I'm already at 1142, almost 12 gigabytes of download over the Wi-Fi. No issue. I haven't even dropped one ping. Monitoring the driver still, nothing. Yeah, I mean, everything looks good. Yeah, as you can see, I'm on VPN, still going. So I'll include, actually, let me go into those scripts. So the first script, this is doing the stress test. Basically, it calls the monitor health script. This script I put in my Wi-Fi TS home folder. So you'll need to create this folder or modify this when you use the script. And this is again on Apple. So if you want to use this script somewhere else, you got to modify it to your use case. Also, this is the monitor section. Basically, we're running a bunch of commands and outputting all these commands. I like the radio stuff. It's going in here. Mbuff stats. That's right here. So it's basically going to split into 10 window panes and then, output here and also output to a log file under the Wi-Fi stress test logs. You'll see that in your Wi-Fi TS directory. But again, you will have to modify this to your environment. And then smoking gun that catches the kernel and the driver, bombing out. And basically, also creates a log file for tech support, Apple tech support. So I'll include these 3 files and, modify them as needed accordingly. But yeah, Gemini helped me create all these files, no problem. AI does all the heavy lifting now. Yep. Thank you for watching.